Hello there, I'm Sam Smith, the designer of the Hello Time Planner, and I wanted to see how your year was going. As we're halfway through, actually over halfway through the year, I thought I'd check in with you. It was a good time to see how you're getting on with your planners. Since it launched in November last year, I've had some of the best and most heartwarming comments from you guys. So I wanted to check in and see if you've had a connection with your planner, if it's your go-to place for making plans and getting organised, or if you've struggled with those crisp white pages and how to use them. I thought it might be a good idea to take you through, given that we're halfway through the year, how I use my planner and how I manage my time and my lists. I do love a list, but I also love keeping things simple and not complicating things. I hope this will provide some inspiration for the second half of your year. So carry on watching this video, or if reading is more your thing, you can pop over to our blog, notes at hellotime.co.uk, and read the advice and comments there. Okay, let's take you through the sections of the planner. I'll make it quick, don't worry. Firstly, I pin my calendar card to the front of the book. Then it's always with me. Our planner is undated, as you know, because not everybody wants to make a fresh start in January. So we do it undated so you can get started any time, maybe partway through the year. It's undated, so you'll have to fill in the dates yourself. But you can do this for a full year. You can fill it in for the whole year and it's done. Or I tend to add the dates in 3 months in advance. But it depends how far in ahead and advance you work and plan, for example. The first section, one of the first sections, is the My Goals page. And this is designed as a prompt for a general brainstorm to get you started. So once you've got these ideas down, I tend to put them in 4 main categories and I type them up. I do financial, well-being, personal and career. I tend to pin that up in my studio and I can refer to it every day. This is my daily reminder of where I want to get to and keeps me super focused. The next page is the year to view section. This is the whole year through, and I tend to keep my special dates in this section. So I'll do anniversaries, birthdays, and what happens is then next year when I come to fill in my planner, I have all the dates in one place. I can fill them in all in one go. Then you've got My Month. This is your monthly overview and can show up the pinch points in your time by filling this in. But if you're filling in every weekend or leaving no time for yourself, you can see it here. And if your week's looking not manageable, you can reduce the stress right here. See what's going on and rejig accordingly. I set only 2 types of goals to keep things simple. Yearly, as we've just been through, and monthly. The monthly goals I'll jot down at the beginning of each month in the take note section here. And I'll tend to set 3 to 4, maybe 5 goals that I want to nail that month. Some, you have a mixture of big and small. Don't put 5 huge goals down there. Maybe put 2 big ones and 3 small ones, or 1 big one and 4 small ones. Just manage it, because if you put too much down and don't get them done, you'll feel kind of upset with yourself really and not get that sense of satisfaction. When you tick them off, the next month I tend to go back to the month, check them off, see what I've done, and if I haven't done anything, carry it through to the next month. Just don't overload your week and your time and your month. I've not been very realistic in the past of what I can achieve, and this makes you feel pretty crap because you beat yourself up when you've not got it done. So my biggest tip, be realistic with your month goals, and for that matter, the hours that you have available in the day. You can do anything, but not everything. The next section is My Week Spread. This is where we get into the nitty-gritty and the detail of every day. The left-hand side I use for appointments, timed calls, and highlight holidays and schedule my projects only. So I've got a scheduled project here, a new logo design. I've got a call in with Mark at 3 p.m. and a hair appointment at 6 p.m. I've got a holiday here and Ari's birthday here. That's all I put in this section. I tended to put all sorts in this section and created massive overwhelms for myself. So I keep a rule that I only put those things in this section. If I've got Ari's birthday here, I'll put a daily note up here to buy a card and send it. Therefore I don't miss his birthday and he gets his card in time. So this side, the line section, I use as my daily reminders. So things that are specific to that day. This Wednesday, my car payment goes out. I need to make sure I've got the money in the bank. And on Friday, I go on holiday and I need to call the hotel with an ETA. And then on the right-hand side, I jot down things that need to get done this week. So if I suddenly think of something, I'll jot it down there and slip it in as and when I've got time that week. That way I don't forget anything. And again, if I don't get it done and it can roll over to the following week, that's what I do. The next section is the to-do list. I use the to-do list section to keep my get shit done master list. This is where I dump all the things I'd like to do and want to do. And I've got to do. Tasks with perhaps a longer lead time. You can have one long list or do a different page for a different list. So you might have a family list, a work list, a home list, etc. I tend to compile it all in one list, keep it simple and refer to it every day. At certain times in the year, that list can feel quite big. For example, my busiest time of year is autumn through to Christmas. So summer is a busy time for me, planning new products and prepping for shows. So I'll break all the tasks down into months so it's manageable. It's much easier, you won't feel so overwhelmed. And when it gets to each month, the activity is already planned. You spend less time worrying and planning and more time being productive. Keep referring to it and ticking it off. I sometimes pin this on the wall too. Next up is the notebook section. This section is quite big and some people I know section it off again into work, home, family, etc. I tend to start at the beginning and work my way through. I only put notes in here for meetings and cost projects. There's quite a bit of pace in this section, so I use all the different kind of pages to make notes. Just because it's got a pattern on it or a quote on it, I'll just jot around it. The next section is the planning guide. For anyone who's got a big project to work through, print this section out and by all means email us at hello@hellotime.co.uk for a PDF print so you can print it out. Draw it up on a whiteboard or keep it hidden away in your book for your eyes only. Whatever works for you, it's your guide and reference to help you get to where you are now or where you want to be. It's broken into 7 sections and on the following page you fill out the sections accordingly. You start with where you are now and then measure where you want to be. The last section, which is probably my favourite section, is the creative juices pages. I use this as my ideas hub for collating and collecting brainwaves, light bulb moments and inspiration. Ideas you have off the cuff and need to jot them down and action later. It's easy to forget that sudden brainwave, especially as we tend to get them in the middle of the night, in the shower or while we're doing the school run. I jot these down and gather them all in this section of my planner. If I'm stuck for a social post or have time to review some new ideas, for example, I turn the page and they are here ready to be developed. I've got Christmas packaging ideas. Don't need to do that right now, perhaps in a couple of months, but it's there so I don't forget what the idea that I had. Never forget a good idea again. Stop the thoughts from rattling around in your head until you're ready to develop it further by jotting them down in this section and keeping them together. If I've not got my planner with me, I'll tend to jot them down on my notes section of my phone and transfer it later. So, quick summary and recap. I have 2 goal lists, a yearly on the wall and a monthly on my monthly page. I have 3 to-do lists, a get shit done master list, which stays in my to-do pad section, a today's to-do list, which is on my weekly pages, and a weekly to-do list, which is always also on the same page, and an ideas list, which I keep in my creative juices section. I always tend to plan my day the night before, so that might be helpful for you, mainly so I can hit the ground running when I'm back at my desk the following day. I know what time I need to get up, how to dress, and what mindset I'll need for that day. If it's a busy day, I can be on it. If it's relaxed working from home, that's okay. Or if I've got a client presentation. And that's it really. Creating the Hello Time Planner and this simple structure helped me when I was struggling with anxiety and the overwhelm of every day. It seems so simple, but good ideas usually are. I rarely forget anything now, and I'm able to pace myself better, plan easier, and have a much better balance in life. Remember, start somewhere, aim high, work really hard, be nice, make lots of changes, keep on going, dream big, shine bright. Thanks for listening. Bye.